Today we are here to celebrate the life of Granny. Her potatoes were often scorchified, and she took pictures with a Camry. But beneath the laughable phrases was an incredibly brilliant and brave woman who we remember today. Over the past few days, I've thought about the lessons I've learned from Granny. See, I've known her all of my life. I'm sure the eyes of a child embellish the image and smooth off the rough edges, but nonetheless, these are the memories that have shaped my life. Granny was a person of unstoppable spirit. She raised two boys, Sylvester and Tweety, and handed them a better future than the past she received. She persevered through struggles and challenges with a spirit that may have bent but could not be broken. I remember when she was laid off from the GE factory during the recession. She did what she had to do to get by. She started selling Avon and cleaning houses. She prepared herself for a future in television. I can see her sitting at the kitchen table and working on her homework for when she got her big break. And even after she started back working, she kept cleaning houses, shopping at yard sales, and building a tomorrow that was better than yesterday. She had an unstoppable spirit that could sometimes turn into a bit of a stubborn streak that made her fiercely independent. She didn't want to owe anything to anybody and tried hard to make sure she didn't need anything. Trying to pay for her dinner at a restaurant was an adventure. Trying to keep her from sneaking biscuits rolled up in a napkin into her purse was a bigger adventure. She had an unstoppable spirit, but she also had an incredible strength. Whether it was riding the lawnmower almost perpendicular to the ground as she mowed the steep hill in the backyard or moving furniture on her own, she had an incredible strength. But it was also strength of mind, not just strength of body. Don't be deceived by the homespun humor and the invented words. Granny didn't have a college degree, but she had the common sense that allowed her to achieve more than others would have thought been possible given her circumstances. I remember the episode when she bought a brand new minivan. She was at the dealership and the man across the table asked how she intended to pay for it. She looked at him and said, "Well, thought I'd write you a check." I'll never forget the look on that man's face. That wasn't what he expected from this plain-spoken granny, but it was a result of her incredible strength, both physical and mental. I've learned about having an unstoppable spirit, an incredible strength, but also a generous love from Granny. She would let the boys turn her living room into a movie set and her camper to a campout. She would also play board game after board game. Her family loved her, and she loved her family. A person takes pictures of things and people who matter to them. They keep mementos of what they don't want to forget. Granny's house is full of pictures and mementos of her family. From the carb-filled sensation of Sunday dinners to the house full of people at Christmas. And did she love Christmas? The choir singing in the front yard, and Santa and the reindeer on the roof, and the pictures of the vacation with the family, and oh, how she loved her sister, and how her sister loved her. I remember watching them on TV, and if talking were an Olympic sport, those two ladies could have won a gold medal. They could talk about anything and anybody, and then turn around, talk about it all over again like they'd never heard it before, that they loved each other. She had an unstoppable spirit, an incredible strength, and a generous love. That is what I will miss most. Now let me share one last thing I've learned. And this is something I learned from my granny. That you don't have to be perfect to make a difference. Granny wasn't perfect. She had her flaws and her faults. She could be cantankerous, but she would do anything for you. She might complain a little bit while doing it. She had a little bit of a temper, didn't always remember to spell out curse words instead of saying them. I'll never forget that day in the parking lot when I told her I knew what those letters spelled. So when I hear the song, Granny got run over by a reindeer, I will remember how Granny left this world. And that is the end of the story.